What's going on, everybody? I have a great DIY video for you guys today because after all, this is a DIY channel. Now, this is actually specific for my Nissan people. I know I got a pretty good Nissan following with a lot of my how-tos with Nissans like the Altima, of course, Pathfinder, etc. So I'm hoping all my Nissan people find this very helpful, but this can really be beneficial for any auto manufacturer and anybody looking to DIY on their vehicle, guys. So what I have here in my hands is a C-Reader Elite 2.0 launch scanner. Okay, this is a X431. Now this model specifically is for Nissan. So this is a launch scanner that does have compatibility with virtually all makes and models. However, it's really programmed and specific to do multi-functions on Nissan and Infinitis specifically. So this is a bi-directional scanner. And what that means is not just a OBD2 scanner, it will read your codes, but it also has the opportunity to do active tests. So you can test things like the horn, you can make your windows go up, you can test certain sensors, you can check your AC clutch. You can engage specific things with this scanner, and it allows you to test things, not just read data. So like I said, this is for Nissan specific, this particular one in my hand, and it should be fully compatible with any Nissan Infiniti 95, 96 and up. Okay, so we are going to plug this in the car, we'll play with it and we'll see what it has to offer. But I have been using launch scanners for about over 4 years now, because I actually have a CRP 123. And although that is a great scanner, it reads live data, it does OBD2, scans for check engines. You can read certain modules like transmission modules, you can read ABS, you can read airbag. It does have that compatibility. It doesn't have the bi-directional function as this does. And I've noticed with using the CRP on Nissans, it doesn't have the full compatibility that I would like it to have. For example, when trying to read the transmission module on a Nissan, like on the Altima, for example, on the CRP 123, it doesn't have an accurate reading on CVT fluid temp, which is something you need when you're servicing your CVT. So I think this is going to be a great comparison. We're going to see if it actually has that functionality correctly, because it does have that option on the CRP. It just doesn't read it correctly in the correct temp range for some reason. So I'm not sure why that is, but I'm hoping with this specific Nissan scanner that we'll have that option. So on paper, this thing looks to be an extremely great option for car specific. So you can get this really for any model specifically. You can, get a GM version, you can get a BMW version, you can get a Mercedes version, you can get the Nissan version. You can pretty much download anything onto this for another application. Like, so let's say I wanted to put Honda on here, I could download Honda's specific platform for this scanner, and I'd have full functionality not only for Nissan but also for Honda as well. And the reason these are offered in a specific manufacturer is just to keep it cost efficient. So let's say you work at Nissan, or you work on a lot of Nissans, or whatever the case may be, you own 2, 3, 4, 5 Nissans. This is an amazing option because it gives you full compatibility with the software and the computer in these vehicles, and it doesn't break the bank like buying, $11, $15, $2,000 Altel scanner. You know what I mean? Something of that nature. So I'm really excited to try this out. I think it's going to be great, and it also has free updates for life, so that is really cool. This is of course a 2024 version, as it is 2024, the end of 2024 at the recording of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up. We'll take a quick look at it. I have not opened it up yet. I mean, most launch scanners are packaged like this. This is actually the third one I've owned. I did own another one even prior to the CRP 123, so it's they're great scanners. But in the box, we have the scanner here. Of course, I'm sure it has some books in here, owner's manual and such, as user manual. All right, so all the documentation, of course, comes in our launch box. Here is the scanner. Of course, is going to come with your cord to plug into the OBD2 scanner underneath your dash. We have the scanner here. It's a pretty decent size. Okay, so this thing's pretty nice, guys. Really nice scanner, looks great. So enough talking about it. Looks great. We're going to test it out though. We're going to review some live data. We're going to test some of the bi-directional active tests that it offers. We're just going to kind of run it through some tests and see what it does and see what we can do with it. You know what I mean? I think it looks really good. As I said, on paper, reading just some of the features, it looks absolutely amazing. So I'm very eager to try it out and see what we can do, guys. And I would like to give a big shout out and thanks to King Bolin, which is the top dealer and distributor for launch scanners. So they were nice enough to give me the opportunity to send this out to review and present this to you guys. So I truly appreciate them giving me that opportunity. And as a DIYer myself, and trying to help you guys figure out and fix stuff on your cars, this day and age, you really do need a good OBD2 scanner to help you diagnose and figure out what's going on with your vehicle. And the good thing about these is they give you vehicle specific options now. Like this is a Nissan one, for example. So if you're just looking to DIY and keep your own vehicle maintained with a really good scanner that won't break the bank, this is a great option. The days of, oh, let me listen to it and I can tell you what's wrong with the car, those days are over, guys. There's so much technology packed into newer vehicles with so many different modules, so many different harnesses, so many different sensors. There's just so much packed into these cars that you really need a good scanner to help you navigate through some of these trouble codes and issues and things of that nature, so you're not breaking the bank, just throwing parts at the car, guessing and hoping that what you're throwing at it is going to fix it. You need to be able to accurately diagnose it, and with something like a bi-directional scanner, amazing option to help you diagnose and pinpoint issues without buying 5, 6, 7 different parts and just praying that one of them is going to work. So if you're looking to DIY on your own vehicle, this is the answer, guys. Let's give it a test. Let's try it out. Thanks again to Launch and King Bolin for this opportunity. I'm really happy to present this to all my fellow DIYers, guys. So let's check this thing out. Let's take it to the car and see what it can do. All right, so we are in the car here. I am in a 2014 Nissan Altima. This is a 5th gen Altima, so the OBD2 port is going to be right under the dash. All right, so I haven't even played with this yet, guys. I'm going to do this on camera with you guys. We're going to go through it just as if you purchased this and you're trying to figure it out, guys. So here it is. Still have the OBD2 cord even still with its original tie on it. So let's get this thing undone. We'll hook it up to the scanner here and then we'll plug it into the car and we'll see what it does, guys. All right, guys, to start, I just have this thing in between my leg here, so we have to plug in the harness wire here to the actual device itself. So it just plugs right in. It is directional, so it'll only fit one way. So while you're pressing it down, just hold it down by the center. You want to turn these little knobs here and lock it in. They're basically just like little screws, and it's going to hold the connection in tight, and it's going to keep it in there and not allow it to pop out or make an unsecure connection or anything of that nature, guys. So just make sure that's nice and tight. Make sure, give it a little tug and you don't pull it out. So good to go. That is ready. Let's get to the OBD2 side. We're just going to go ahead and pop out the cover here. So this has a little plastic cover. I need both hands here, so all right, got that out. So let's go ahead, plug this thing here under the dash. All right, guys, it is in. So this actually is a chargeable device, okay? So you can actually unplug this device and just walk away, take it in the house, and you could review the codes while you're sitting in your house. So typically a lot of OBD2 scanners, even the CRP 123 that I've mentioned earlier in the video, that only works off of the power of the battery of the car. So once it's plugged in, it gets 12 volts from the battery powering the actual device on, and that's how it gets power. This in particular not only gets power that way, but it can charge, and you can also utilize it off of the car. So that's pretty cool, a very neat feature. So let's go ahead and turn this to the on position here. All right, and now that that's on, this does have a power button up here. Should be able to hit the power button on it. Yep, and it's powering on, guys. So I'll let this thing load up here a second and then we'll see what we got. All right, guys, so we got to start here. It is touchscreen, which is pretty awesome. So go ahead and just go through the setup phase here. So select language, English, next, select time zone, America, New York. All right, guys, so it's making me put a password in for my Wi-Fi. It doesn't look like the next step is highlighting without putting the Wi-Fi password in. So let me do this real quick and then we'll go to the next step. All right, guys, we got Wi-Fi connected, so it didn't give me the option to skip Wi-Fi, so it looks like you're going to have to plug that in, skip the shop, so you can actually input your shop. So if you're using this in a garage environment in an actual automotive repair shop, you can go ahead and plug in your information. All right, agree to all terms. Don't really have a choice there. Bang. All right, guys, here we are to the main menu. Now, just move the camera a little bit here because I had a lot of glaring. So if I get any glaring, I apologize. I've tried to record this at different times of the day, and it seems I always pick up a glare somehow, some way. So apologize in advance for that. But I think we can see what's going on here because, as you can see here, we're looking at the main menu. Now, there's a lot to unpack on this thing, so I'm definitely going to try to touch base on as much as possible. So here is the mall. This is what I was referring to when I said you can download other manufacturers onto this device. So as we know, this is a Nissan version of this launch scanner. However, if I wanted to go ahead and download another manufacturer, I have a lot of options here. So, you know, you got Chrysler here, Ford, GM, Toyota, Lexus, Honda, Acura, McLaren for all you ballers out there, VW, BMW. I mean, the options are endless, guys. There is so much that you can do with this scanner. It could become a high-end scanner, you know, as much as you want to invest into it. It's really cool that this is an option that you can get certain things, certain versions, and keep it cost efficient. So that's the mall. You can always go there if you want to add another vehicle. Now let's go ahead and start with OBD2. So see what we got here. Now I do have it to the on position, so car is on the on position. Looks like it wants to turn off. It just gave me a notification here, so let me I'm gonna turn it off and put it back to the on position here just so we have a fresh start. And here we go. It comes up with scan results. It does have the VIN here, so looks like just some regular data. Now we can do obviously some different functions here. You can read the vehicle information, which I'm sure it'll tell you, like the VIN and all that good stuff. You can clear codes. This is like normal regular OBD2 functionality that you would get, so that's pretty awesome. And this should work on any manufacturer with this particular scanner. So even though this is a Nissan scanner, I could take this to my Honda and it still should do all this full OBD2 functionality. So we can read live data, we can read fault codes. So why don't we go ahead and we'll hit read fault codes. All right, well, it's looking like it wants me to input the vehicle. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. It just wanted us to select the manufacturer. Now, I hit read codes and we have a pending code, which is weird because there is no check engine light on this car, but it did come up with data, PO101 and mass air. So, well, that's interesting to know because there is no check engine light on for this, but that's very interesting. So why don't we go ahead and we'll go to clear here. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit clear fault codes. You can clear it just like, you know, any OBD2 scanner. Wonder if they'll still be there. Let's see. Check it out. And no fault code. Okay. So this did have a pending code, which is very interesting. Now, this is something else this could very well help you with. It might, you know, plug this in and you found something you didn't even know. So I just, you know, read and cleared the code like any OBD2 functionality would do, which is pretty awesome. Now, something else I would like to go ahead and check out since we're already in this OBD2 screen, and I did see it when we were flipping through this. Let me go ahead and hit enter. Is read live data. So, you know, the CRP123 read live data. Not all OBD2 scanners read live data. So the fact that Launches pretty much always offer that is pretty awesome. So this is a ton of diagnostic, you know, valuable information that we can use to help diagnose the car. So I'm going to go ahead and select all. We're going to hit OK. Hit combine. And we should get some live data readings here of numerous things. So yeah, let's see, we got some stuff here. I don't have the car running either, so see the engine coolant temperature. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here that can help you diagnose or just get general information if you're looking for it for a specific purpose or a specific diagnosis. Intake air temperature, you know what I mean? There's a ton of valuable live data here. So pretty awesome, guys. That is the OBD2 portion of this scanner. So I'm just going to back out of it. Would you like to end this session? Yes. So let's go to diagnose now.
So we pretty much got a full OBD2 diagnostics aside with the live data and the trouble codes and all that, aside from even what we just clicked right here. So this is going to be where our active tests are, and we can, you know, read specific modules and things of that nature. So right now it's auto detecting the car off of its VIN. So we'll let it go ahead and do that and do its thing and find the VIN of this car. And there we go. Make Nissan. So okay. All right, so here is the next screen after loading. It shows us the VIN. It shows us it's a North America vehicle, Altima sedan, L33, which is the chassis code for this car. So that is correct, 2014. That's exactly what this is. It's a 2014 5th gen Nissan Altima. So came up correct with all the right information. That is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit confirmed if I can actually hit it here. Yes, it is correct. All right, so we have obviously a few options here that we can go through. So first thing I'm going to do is I want to go to system selection. So let's see what we got here. And it just shows us pretty much all the systems that's compatible with, you know, reading on this menu. So you can see we got a lot of different things here, like the ODS, the headlight leveling system, the EPS, electric power steering, the transmission control module, which would be important for these cars, the SRS, which is your airbags, body control, anti-lock brakes, and engine control. So one thing I did mention in the beginning of this video is with the CRP123 scanner, I had issues. Car just went out of accessory mode because it's smart. So we're going to go ahead and power that back on. And if you noticed up here in the corner, it does tell you the voltage, which is pretty awesome. It's going to probably be hard for it to zoom in, but we're at 11.6 probably just from us sitting here with this on, playing around. Should be in the 12s, but nonetheless, we're good. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I did want to go ahead and check out the CVT temperature, because on the CRP123, it didn't read it accurately for some reason. So now that this is fully compatible with Nissan, it has full Nissan software on here, I would imagine that the TCM readings are going to be pretty accurate, and we can get a good idea if it's going to be on point or not. So let's see if we read fault code. All right, that's great. No fault codes on the car, which is a great thing to see on one of these, right? So let's go to read data stream. All signals, select all, okay, and we should be able to see some things here. So we got ATF temp sensor voltage, which is good, so you can see that the sensor has voltage at 2 volts. We got a lot of different things we could see on live data. And here we go. Fluid temp 17 degrees Celsius. I'm a dumb American, unfortunately, so I'm going to check and see what that is. So I looked that up real quick, and 17 degrees is about 62 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, this car has been driven today a couple different trips, so the temperature outside is pretty cold. It's probably in the mid-30s to about 40 degrees. CVT temperature is usually roughly about what ambient temperature is outside, so it's widely affected by ambient temperature, but since this thing is driven recently, the fluid's probably still a bit warm and not as close to the outdoor temperature. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and start this thing up. Start this bad boy up here, and we're going to monitor this. And as you can see, we got some live data actually being live now that the car is running. So we got a lot of things going on here. You can see like the RPMs, and we should be able to see that fluid creep up almost immediately here upon starting the car. So we're gonna let this thing warm up here for a second. Just wanted to scroll through some of this so you guys get an idea. But as you can see, 19 degrees fluid temp is already going up, guys. So that's exactly what we want to see. So that was at 17 degrees. As soon as I started it, it went right up, and that looks to be about right. So now it just went up another degree, so that's what we wanted to see. So this is accurately reading CVT fluid temperature. So this is great to see, so you can accurately replace your fluid, and you know, you always have this to fall back on if you need it. All right, so definitely awesome. We can see that consistently creeping up. So the live stream on the CVT fluid is a success, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. We're going to put it back to the on position to continue to go ahead and go through this scanner here. So that was some good stuff there, guys. So let's go ahead and get back to our menu here. So I chose the TCM. Okay, so that's what I chose, which is a transmission control module. And like I said, we just did that mainly just to check the CVT fluid. But now is the moment that I've been waiting for, and that I'm sure you are, is to do some active testing. And I think the body control system is probably going to be the best one and the funnest examples to show you guys how awesome this scanner is and all the things that it can do. So you can individually go into each one of those modules that we just saw on the prior screen. Like I said, I chose the body control, so we can go ahead and see if we got any fault codes, because why not? So low voltage, that's probably simply from the car having low voltage from us playing with this. Not sure what those are. They look like probably tire for low pressure. That would make sense because of the TPMS. No data. Yeah, I mean, they don't look like anything crazy. So, but like I said, we got no lights on the dash, and this is still showing us codes and showing us some insight that we might not otherwise have known unless we scanned it with this scanner, right? So it's pretty awesome. So what we're going to do, we chose our body control module. Now what we're going to do is go to actuation test, okay? Now, if we come to a menu here, and if you can see, this is all the options of things that we can go ahead and do active tests on, which is really a great amount of stuff here. I mean, we can do the reverse lamps, you know, buzzers, back door, trunk, the horn. Oh, I hit settings by accident. You know, a ton of different things here, guys. So why don't we go ahead and find something here and we'll get us started. So I'll scroll up to the beginning here. So how about seatbelt worn? So I'm going to go to need no monitor data. So as you can see, it's off. So this is a seatbelt worn dinging. So I'm going to go ahead and hit on. Up, there we go. It's going off, guys. That is amazing. Let me hit off. And no more. So that is our first example. That was pretty awesome. Let's go to the wipers, front wipers here. So we'll go to need no monitor data. As you can see, it's off. Looks like we could do low or high. I'm going to hit low. Wipers are on, guys. How cool is that? Hit off. And they go right off. Pretty amazing, not gonna lie. This is fun. I mean, you could be here for hours just playing around with this. You could really get down to exact pinpoint locations of issues when you get to do active testing like this. So we just did the wiper, flasher, need no monitor data, flasher off. Let's do, we can do either side, so let's do right hand. There it is. We'll go to left. Switched immediately. This is really on point, and it's very responsive. I mean, the second you do this, it comes right on. So I turned that off. So guys, this is really cool. Let's do front fogs. So need no monitor data. Front fog lamp off. Let's turn it on. All right, on, let's get out and check it out. Oh, well, this has helped me diagnose something else because only one is on here, guys. So that bulb is out. So good to know. This thing actually just found another issue with the car. All right, guys, back in the car. We'll go ahead and turn that off. And as you saw, one of the bulbs was out. So just discovered that thanks to doing this test and wasn't even aware of that. So that's pretty awesome. Let's keep looking through this menu here. So let's do the horn. The horn. Need no monitor data. It's off. Let's hit on. Yup. It's amazing, guys. Absolutely amazing. It's off. Let's go back. It automatically turns itself off, which is cool because obviously you just don't want to sit in there laying on the horn. But guys, this, I mean, the options here are really all but endless. It's really nice. just, you can see all the different things. You could do the headlamps, I mean, daytime running, just so many different things. I mean, we can go through this all day. Like I said, this video could be this video could be 3 hours literally with everything we can test, but that's some few things that we can see through the body control module, so that is pretty awesome. I'm going to go back to one more system. We'll check something else real quick. So let's just go to ECM and we'll see what kind of active testing that we got offered here on that. All right, so here is our menu for the ECM. So we're going to go to actuation test. So we got a few things. We can turn the fuel pump relay on, the cooling fans, which is pretty awesome, fuel injectors, coolant temperature. So let's try the cooling fans. I think that would be a good indication. I'm sure we'll hear it. So go to cooling fan. Let's go to, I clicked it, so now I want to go to low. Let's hit execute. Oh yeah, it came on. Let me see if I can get out and let you guys hear it. Hopefully you guys can hear that. But they are on, guys. I'm getting back in the car here, so go ahead and turn that off. I don't know if you could hear it, but you could kind of hear it go out. So that is absolutely awesome, guys. So, I mean, tons and tons of different active tests here throughout all these modules. I mean, it's really cool because we can just go into each individual system here. And, you know, like we can go to AB, or we can go to the SRS, which is the airbag. You know, we can read a data stream, read fault codes, clear fault codes. This car did have an SRS airbag light on, but I cleared it and it looks like it's still off. So that's pretty awesome. Just a really awesome scanner, guys. Tons of different options. It's so cool that we can individually go into each module and just see the stuff that they have to offer, whether it be active test or if you want to read or clear the codes in a specific module, read a data stream. Just so much that you can do here. So I'm going to go ahead and end that session. Think it was pretty awesome at how much that this thing can do, from just regular data streaming and OBD2 codes to the active testing. I mean, it's endless, and we can, you know, go to the mall, we can get another vehicle, we can get any platform really that we want. Got a ton of upgrades here. So looks like we have like a notification of 4, so there is different versions and things here that you can update. So I already have updates for this and it's new, so pretty awesome. And as you can see, we're on Wi-Fi, so it has the option to do this. And like I said, this is on a battery, so this is at 65% as well, so I can just unplug this and take it in the house and turn it on if I want to. So really awesome throughout the board. I mean, I got nothing but good things to say about this. I really like the functionality of it. I like the touch screen. You know, all the options here, from, you know, regular OBD2 diagnostics to full-on diagnosing with active testing. It's really amazing, guys. And we can check the settings here real quick. So, you know, you can change the brightness, sound, language, of course, you know, typical settings, but you have the options there to customize it to your needs and your preferences, guys. So this thing just turned the power off again. So I think we'll go ahead and end it here. So overall, guys, this Elite Pro 2.0 C-Reader Nissan version is absolutely amazing. I'm sure I'm going to be in the mall spending money grabbing other versions for other manufacturers, because this this is absolutely amazing. The active tests, I mean, just everything that this thing has to offer, even just the regular OBD2 functionality, it's really next to none for the price point. It's amazing. I'm in love with this scanner, and I really want to thank King Bolin and Launch again for sending this out and giving me the option to review this with you guys, because this is a great option for anybody DIYing on their car. And that's what we're doing on this channel, after all, is DIYing and fixing our own stuff. This is what you need to really help you pinpoint issues without breaking the bank, throwing the parts at the car. Get the scanner, spend the money, and make it an investment that you'll have for probably your whole life, as long as you're working on OBD2 cars, and you'll have an awesome tool and an awesome resource here at your fingertips, guys. So I hope this helped. not only just my Nissan people, but all my fellow DIYers, because like we said, we can go to the mall. You can buy any version of this. We can make this specific to any brand we want. So overall, awesome DIY scanner. So I hope this helped, and make sure you stay tuned because you're going to see this in other videos, especially when we're doing diagnostic work on engine codes and things of that nature. So, and honestly, I think I might have some things I want to check already just from playing with this just now. So definitely hope this was helpful, guys. Make sure you check out Launch. I'll have the link in the description for this awesome device. And until next time.